Welcome to your weekly Affirmation Talk Podcast. I am your founder and head acting coach, Bonnie, the casting director, also known as the Talent Aligner. I thank you, as always, for being here with me today. Welcome again to our new Affirmation Talk podcast, where we assist in strengthening the inner voice of the artist to help them combat the nature of the entertainment industry. Again, I am the founder of the Reel Tips LLC and head acting and life coach for the Reel Tips. Since we're new to the Affirmation Talk podcast, I decided to give a little bit of a background of myself. I have a background in acting. I've been a working actor since a teenager, and I went to college undergrad for theater arts and communication. As an actor for theater, commercial, and film, throughout college, I also found my niche in casting directing, interning with a well-known studio, and that is the career that I pursued throughout my years. I also went to graduate school for film and television. However, throughout all of my education and experience, one of the things that I found, well, more than one of the things, several of the things that I found to be the most invigorating, to be the most lesson-filled experience, to be the most thing that contributed to my growth was the things that I endured from traveling my journey within the industry. The backlashes of the industry, such as rejection, such as people not believing in me, such as reaching out for others' validation, and competition. I found myself within having to build myself back up from those things. And that is how I even got into life coaching and wanting to bring the aspect of holistic well-being to the actor and the artist as a whole. So that's a little bit of my background. I like to intertwine my knowledge of acting fundamentals and drama therapy, as well as my knowledge of art therapy life coaching, to bring you this technique of building the talent in a way that's going to help them mentally and emotionally sustain the business. Last week we talked about detaching from others' opinions of our craft. This week we are building a protective aura around ourselves to assist us in doing just that. If there's a moment where you find yourself thinking a lot about what someone else has said or others' opinions, or thinking or pondering a lot about their problems that they've vented to you about, and until it actually causes emotion in you and cause you to act from that emotion, your aura has been penetrated, and you have to recreate that aura within yourself to protect you, your well-being, and your craft. Let us start off with our deep breathing techniques to ground ourselves. I would like for you to follow me as we inhale on the count of 7. Hold your breath for the count of 4. And exhale on the count of 8. It is very important what you visualize as you do the deep breathing techniques. You will inhale as you think and visualize all of the good, fun, abundant, and flowing energy that you would like to welcome. And as you exhale, you will release all of the unwanted, stagnant, and negative energy that does not serve you. Also, as we deep breathe, be sure that you are deep breathing from your diaphragm, making sure that as you inhale, your stomach protrudes, And as you exhale, it goes within. Continue to practice that. That is how you get your most in-depth breath. Let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I would like to add another visualization technique to our deep breathing as we start the process of creating a protective aura around our craft. You will naturally inhale and exhale for your natural breath, but you will visualize a energy aura coming out of the center of your crown, which is the top of your head. Visualize an energy aura coming out of the top of your head, forming a circle around you, as if it's a force field. This energy field can be a beam of light. It can be a circuit of energy. However you visualize, but make it as vivid as possible. Visualize this aura again coming out of your head and forming slowly a circle around your entire body. As you complete the circle visually, say to yourself, I have a protective shield around me that cannot be penetrated. You have now created or started the process of creating your visual aura of protection. It is important to actually see a protective aura around you to believe that you do not have to be affected by anything that goes on around you. No matter how much we may care about the circumstances or the people around us, it's important to not be so affected by it, to where it moves our intention, to where it moves our mood, to where it moves our purpose. Let's continue building our aura by reciting our affirmations. Remember, affirmations is the act of reassuring your creative genius and telling yourself you are badass. It is merely affirming and confirming who you already know yourself to be, without any outside validation of others, without any opinions of others affecting or penetrating you, without any other thoughts or disbelief of others. It is things that you know that you are already good at. So affirming yourself is simply reminding you of that. How you say these affirmations is just as important as the affirmations within themselves. You must recite them with a sense of confidence, a sense of knowing, a sense of understanding that this is already you. You never want to say your affirmations as if you are explaining them to someone or trying to convince someone. The affirmations are for you. It is reminding you of your deepest innate abilities. I will recite the affirmations, and then I will give you a space to repeat the affirmations after me. Let's begin. My gifts and talents are The world needs my creative self. I know who I am, and I perform it. My acting presence overpowers any signs of fear. The feeling of fear is my power, and I can do anything with it. I am not held to any expectations. I simply act from my own heart and passion. I am fearless because I take my power back from fear. I am naturally creative. I know who I am, even when no one's watching. I can remember my full charisma even when people are watching. I am connected to myself and others. The only person that can keep me bound is me. I am grounded in my artistry. I accept myself in all phases of my career. I accept myself even when I am not productive. I am recharged through natural sources. My craft is fun and therapeutic for me. I suggest you to come back to these affirmations as much as possible. My suggestion is reciting them in the morning when you first awake, and also at night before you go to sleep. It is an act of reprogramming yourself, refreshing and reprogramming your mind for your intentions for the following day. Now, also, don't just recite the affirmations that we give you. Write out your own affirmations. Only you know what you are good at. So write out your things that you are good at and that you know them without anyone having to tell you. Make them customized to you. This week we talk about creating a protective aura around our craft. It's important to do this because it is the tool in which we can detach from others' opinions of us. You know, when we have people around us that we care about and we care about their well-being, their health and success, and even their opinion and advice, we tend to take on their thoughts, opinions, and emotions on a personal level at times. Many artists, we are empaths. What empaths are is we feel others' emotions. We don't sympathize with them, but we truly feel what they are going through. So a lot of artists, we naturally take on others' feelings as our own, and we sometimes act on them because of that. This can be dangerous, especially for your craft. And that is why you must protect yourself, protect your energy, and protect the aura around your craft. We have to learn to decipher between our emotions and opinions and the emotions and opinions of others. Knowing that just because we care, it does not mean we take on their burdens or their opinions and thoughts as if we were them. There's a way to still have compassion, to listen without adopting their feeling behind it. Knowing that it is not selfish to detach from their thoughts and emotions, and we can still care for them in the process. You have to stay in your aura and not be pulled out of it for the sake of anyone else's vibration. You have to trust that just as the universe can conspire to help get you to higher vibrations and emotions and fixing your problems and burdens, the universe will also do the same for them. And you have to trust that instead of taking on it as your own. Let them come up to meet your vibration. Never come down just for the sake of relating to them. It will be detrimental, and that is how things can penetrate your aura. Realizing that you have the capability of building this protective aura that cannot be penetrated is key. Knowing that you have the power to place this creative aura around you, place this protective aura around you that is protecting every ounce of you and your energy and your well-being. You can create this shield around you and your craft in the following ways. First step is visualizing daily that you have an energy field around you. What we did at the beginning with our deep breathing process, that is what I mean by that. Visualizing that there is an aura centering around you. Our thoughts turn into things, right? So it is very important to be very vivid in the things that we are intending. If you intend and see vividly the aura around you and say your affirmation as you visualize them, you are setting your intention. You are turning your thought into a manifestation. You are taking a hold of the energy that you have within you and channeling it to create that protective aura around you. Do this daily visualization at the top of your day to create this aura around you. The second thing is to set parameters around when you let people vent to you or when you take advice. I know for me, at the top of the morning before I meditate or before I say my affirmations or before I just have a moment to myself, I am very vulnerable and easily aggravated and easily penetratable to let other people's emotions in, let other people's opinions in. I'm easily affected when I do not set myself up. So for that reason, I set aside specific times in which I am able to talk to people. I am able to let people vent to me. I am able to take advice to people. Understand that just because you care for people does not mean that they can overpower your sense of protecting your energy. You have to first protect your energy in order to have the energy enough to be accessible to them or to even be efficient for them. Set parameters around letting people vent to you. It's very important. You set these parameters. You make these decisions. You set the protection. The third thing is acknowledging the emotions you have taken on from others and realizing that they are not yours to take on. Actually write out these emotions if you feel a certain way after you've gotten advice from someone or after someone has vented to you. Acknowledge how you feel and acknowledge why you felt that way. And decipher if it is your emotion or if it is their emotions. Then you affirm to yourself by saying, while I love them, I trust the universe to guide them in fixing and releasing their burdens. I send love and light to them. It is very important to say this because you have to decipher between your emotions and the emotions of others, because it is very easy to mix up the two. Again, we're empaths, so most artists are, so we can easily accept outsized emotions as our own and be brought down by them, be brought down by our vibration or our mood, by other people's emotions. It is important for you to take control of that by deciphering those emotions. The last thing I suggest in creating a protective shield around your craft is breathing, shaking, and releasing away excess and unwanted energy that is not yours. As we do our deep breathing techniques from at the beginning of the episode, deep breathing helps breaks up the energy within you, helps slows down and calms the mind. Also, movement helps break up the energy within you. You must do anything and everything when you feel that you have excess energy from someone else on you. Do these things to help release the energy from you. You have the capability in doing so. Feeling those emotions is nothing but you keeping that energy circulating within your heart and circulating within your mind. So breathe it out, shake it out, and release it out. Now, what I mean by release it out, you can release in several ways: by free writing and writing out in your journal, writing out your emotions in your journal, writing out just how you feel and your reactions in your journal. You can write out in poetry, you can dance it away, you can paint it away, and you can walk it away. However releasing helps you, whatever type of releasing helps you. One of the things that I like to do, and it sounds so simple, is go outside and yell at the top of my lungs. Now, of course, that depends on where you are to do that. But remember, that is a form of releasing as well. When you feel that excess energy stuck to you from someone else, release that. It is a form of protecting your aura and not letting it fully penetrate that creative aura around you. Now, you can build a protective aura around you to prepare you for your creative rehearsal and your performance with our Artistic Alignment crystal and essential oil packets. Our crystal and essential oil packets help induce a fearless, stress-free, defenseless, creative mood and aura around you. You can visit the link in the description to purchase today. Now let's conclude our affirmation talk with an oracle card for creative focus for the week. I have pulled the card of Visions of Life Beyond Death. This card reads, Sacred vision is awakening within you. You are becoming blessed with the ability to truly see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was dismissed as an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into the being of the universal creator. This is sacred terrain beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. This realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you have been wondering about your life path or whether you should take action on a project or you need inspiration to really move out of a slump you have fallen into, then this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with a way out of stagnancy. You will be able to see things differently and more accurately. Any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, and you will be left with clear insight. The stories you have been feeling, feeding yourself, or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that is coming to you will be surprise or the moment of embarrassment when you realize you have been operating under a false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of a situation. Those moments will pass, and they are not something to feel bad about. This signifies that you are leaving behind a smaller view for a more expansive one. They are a sign that you have outgrown your old vision in order to live in a bigger one. This is good. There might be a moment when your ego feels a bit dented, but sure enough, that too will pass. This card is also asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little bit differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add this statement and repeat after me. I call upon the universal eye to show me the most helpful way to see the situation of concern now. This card also comes with the additional message that your ability to perceive is expanding into truth. Your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance because you are going to help others through your vision, your art, and how you choose to be in the world. Repeat after me for your healing process. I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth, with seeing beyond the veil of illusion, or with my inner vision opening up from my heart, mind, and body. I release any wounding I have received in relation to what I have witnessed at any time, especially where it is based in the fearful responses of others. I ask that my vision be restored to its fullness through compassion and unconditional love. So be it. I thank you all again, my real members, my real people, for being here with me today for our Affirmation Talk podcast. Be sure to visit our website for our artistic alignment, crystal and essential oil packets, and a lot of our other services and products. Also, you can email us at thereeltips@gmail.com if you have any questions, concerns, or if you would like to be added to our featured product of the week list. As always, I'd like you to be real, my real people. Namaste.